We've heard countless stories about Apple working on new 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros, but we didn't really have a whole lot of specific details until right now, as Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo outlines new details about these new machines. The new MacBook Pro machines will feature a flat-edge design, which Kuo describes as similar to the iPhone 12, with no curves like current models. And it'll be the most significant design update to the MacBook Pro within the last 5 years. It also appears as if Apple will be calling it quits on the OLED Touch Bar, instead returning to physical function keys. Kuo says the MagSafe charging connector design will be restored, though it's not quite clear what that means as Apple has transitioned to USB-C. The refreshed MacBook Pro models will have additional ports, and Kuo says that most people may not need to purchase dongles to supplement the available ports on the new machines, which is music to my ears. Now, these are all pretty huge changes to what we've been currently used to seeing on Apple laptops since around 2016. For starters, the removal of the touch bar is totally fine with me. I personally rarely used it. I really like the idea, and I felt like Apple had a real opportunity to make it useful, but at the end of the day, I think going back to physical buttons is more than enough and definitely the right call. Now, the MagSafe stuff seems like the right move, considering that Apple just reintroduced MagSafe concept back into the new iPhone 12 lineup. But it'll be interesting to see how Apple will make this work. Ideally, my guess is they're just going to go back to what it used to be. And in fact, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman is reporting that it will show a similar design to the previous version of MagSafe on a Mac, and it will allow for charging faster speeds over its current USB-C models. This makes the most sense to me personally, and I would absolutely love to have MagSafe back on the Mac. Just the other day, my kid actually almost knocked the MacBook completely off the table from almost tripping on the wire. Luckily, I saw it happening and was able to grab it in time. But if we went back to MagSafe, that, in theory, shouldn't be a problem. Perhaps the most exciting news that I just mentioned is the inclusion of more ports. I think a lot of people could benefit from having more than just 2 to 4 USB-C ports depending on the model, and then a 3.5mm headphone jack. Unfortunately, USB Type-A still exists, and carrying around dongles for everything is just not ideal for most people, and I liked what Apple was trying to do and trying to make everything USB-C, but not everybody has followed suit, and so right now we just need to have a couple of extra ports to accommodate everything so people just don't have to carry around all those dongles. Now, Bloomberg's report also offers a little bit of information about the displays on these upcoming MacBook Pro models, indicating that Apple will use brighter, higher contrast panels, and that the machines will also, of course, come equipped with new Apple Silicon chips, offering more processing cores and improved graphics compared to the M1 that we found on the first batch of Apple Silicon Macs. The other more interesting thing noted in all of this was the new flat edge design, similar to that of the iPhone 12, according to Kuo. I think they're going to do something that resembles the new Razer Book 13 that we actually just checked out this past week. And that would be a great look, in my opinion, for the new MacBook Pros, but of course, I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. What changes from all of this new information are you most excited about, and what do you want to see, hopefully, in the new 2021 MacBook Pros? Before we end today's video, I do want to give you more information about today's sponsor, OWC. OWC just released a brand new drive for CES 2021, and it's called the Envoy Pro FX. And it's the company's fastest, most compatible, waterproof, ultra-rugged drive to date. It's basically plug and play on all devices, which is great. So if you have a Mac, a Windows PC, a Chromebook, Surface devices, even if you want to use this with your iPad Pro, you'll be able to do so. And you'll get blazing fast speeds via Thunderbolt. And did I mention that this thing is super durable? I mean, it's not only waterproof, which is really cool, not a lot of drives can offer that for you, but the aluminum housing makes it very resistant to any potential damage that might happen to the drive. And most importantly, it's incredibly portable and really just the perfect option for those who, mix a lot of tracks on the go. You edit videos, you're a photographer, even if you want to store your Steam gaming library on this drive, you can do so. So whatever your needs may be, the Envoy Pro FX will have you covered. And for more information about this product or anything else that OWC has to offer, click the link in the description down below. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.